won't have this heaviness around it as well. And this is when your heart will open. This is when you can start planning. This is when you can start feeling as well and really getting in touch with your emotions. And wow, these cards are amazing. Really getting in touch with your emotions and, and realizing what is it you love to do, what is love really? That is a term here. And when I'm saying, I'm not just saying romantic love, I'm saying, like within families and everything like that, with this breakthrough down, whatever. I realized that there was so much love within my family, but it was crazy love. It was fucked up crazy love that, that is not. Now that I know what love is, it's not that, it didn't put into it, but that had gone down through generations after generations. And this is saying why this is happening to you, why Spirit are showing you this, is because there's huge changes coming for you, and it's coming into your time. And this is beautiful. And it's almost like your eyes are wide open now, and you no longer believe what was told, you see through the lies kind of thing, and I don't think the lies were told in a bad way. It's just that's, what people believed. And this is it. It's almost like, suddenly, like revelations, and these revelations will lead to like jubilations kind of thing. They will lead you to start to look to the future with a completely different mindset, really feeling that passion, that power, that everything like that within you, feeling that high energy, what you have, rather than this low energy of like, woof, which it seems to be around you now. This is like, this is trusting in spirit, and it's almost like, wow, when I'm saying this, it's almost like your target is going to come in sight. When I was saying which direction, it's almost like you're going to see this. And I feel that there's this like, you may have to sacrifice something here as well, but I don't want you to be a martyr or anything with this. It's almost like, you know what? this is a part of my journey and I need to go. You realize that all this stuff and the shiny stuff and all of that, is just stuff. It means nothing. It's soulless, okay? And this is like going in search of your soul, where you have held back, where you have been being held back as well. It's almost like them doors are opening, and it's like, like the horses, it's almost like you've been chomping at the bit, but beating yourself up while you're doing it. Whereas this, it's almost like, there you go, this is the lesson. You've past it, okay? But there is something here as well where it's almost like somebody's wanting to hide this. They're wanting to take all this and hide it, and it's like, no, don't say anything, no, that didn't happen, and paper over the cracks, which happens a lot within families, and this is the problem, this is a huge problem within them, because like I say, there's communication massively needed here. If somebody's not prepared to communicate because they don't want to see the truth, or they don't want to sort of acknowledge the truth, then that is fine, but don't let that stop you communicating what you need to communicate, because there is a healing needed here, a massive, massive healing. And this is about the emotions as well, where emotions have been broken, where there's still hurts, where there's still resentments, where anything like that. This is time to wash yourself clean from these, because it's kept you blocked for too long, and it's almost like you've been rigid. I mean, again, I'm looking at my back here, and it feels like it's going to snap, because I feel that sort of, it's almost like there's a broom shank down the back of my back, so I've got to stand up and strong and stuff like that. But this is saying, you know what, you can't make this up. I said that about the broom shank, and then the next card that I pulled was that the ten of wands. So yeah, this is it. It's getting too heavy for you to carry around, and this is what I feel you've got to dump. So yes, it might be a bit odd, because it's almost like you've been that used to carrying this weight that when it's gone, it's kind of like, all right, okay, this does this feel right? Is this right? There's something missing. What is missing is the mess, okay? Because this is time to clear it up. This is time to clear you up. This is time for you to take that leap of faith, you know? Like I said, the fool, he has nothing, you know, but he is going on this adventure and his number is 0. He's starting again, like this the chalkboard that I seen at the beginning. You know, it's wiping the slate clean here, you know. And that is when there could be travel linked with this, but this is what real success is. You know, actually figuring all this out and figuring yourself out as well and saying, you know what, I've come through this. Yes, I may have work to do, you know, but I can do it. I don't want this anxiousness anymore. I don't want this sort of like this passing the past. It's almost like passing the parcel they're showing me there, but it's passing the past. I don't want to pass this on, right? Okay, I don't want to pass this on. I want to pass on it, not pass it on. Okay, so this is as well, if you know, if this is making sense to some of you, then you know this could be you don't want to pass it on to your children. You know, I mean, I love my mum dearly, but there are so many things that I haven't done with my daughter that my mother done with me, because I realized how they were unhealthy and how they affected me. And I said, it's up to me to draw the line. It's up to me to break this cycle. If I carry on like that, then that is going to carry on through the next generation, you know, and my generation, my cousin as well, you know, we are stopping it. We are recognizing it. We're talking about it. We're not blaming anybody for it, but we're saying, this is it. This is where we're going to do things differently. And this is what I feel as well, because I feel there's this real sort of, it's almost like I can feel all of your bottom chakras coming into force. So this is your security, okay? This is the reds there for your security, your root chakra. So you feel grounded within yourself. Like I say, many of you might be connecting with spirit, meditating, stuff like that. You know, this will give you grounding as well. Get some shungite. Shungite, I feel, and hematite are really good grounding stones as well. And this is it. It's almost like I feel there could be travel linked with this as well. There could be a bit confusion, but there's almost like it's going in search of something, I think, okay? And I mean, these cards are amazing. You know, you're needing to bring the balance back in, you know, you're needing to bring the balance back in for you as well, you know, and this means letting this tower fall, you know, and when that tower falls, it's not pleasant, it's not nice, you know, but it's a necessary clearing. It's the universe has waited so long for you to make the changes that it comes and does them yourself, okay? But when that tower falls, the thing that you thought was keeping you secure, when that falls away, that is when your real security will come in. That is when you will have the harmony, you know, when you will have real security, where you will have the proper, you know, the roots, the knowing what it is you want. But first you must see through the illusions, okay? There's the birth of something here. There's a brand new beginning for you. You know it. That's what they're saying. You know it. You know, you're getting the High Priestess there. You're getting the Nine of Pentacles. And this is almost like, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready. I was born for this. You know, that's it. What was it? Joan of Arc, right? Okay. Joan of Arc was burnt at the stake, okay, for her beliefs. And she said, as she was standing in the fire, she said, I am not afraid. I was born to do this, you know, and this is what I feel is coming in with this. The second you do that, it's almost like it breaks this old spell, okay? And this is when you can revisit the past, you can look at it, you can see what you've learned from it, but you know that you are going forward. So many emotions here. I really feel this month is almost like you really understand your emotions. You really sort of, right, okay, this is it. That all makes sense, you know. And that is when, like I say, 8 of Cups, you know, you need to go in search of what will give you this fulfillment as well. You know, this is, like I say, this is a beautiful reading. I feel, I'm sorry that it's gone on that. I could have carried on with this. I could have carried on and made this almost an hour reading, but this is the last one I'm doing tonight. I'm knackered and I can't do it anymore. Yeah, this is exactly what I feel. It's almost like you're taking your head out the sand, you're seeing, looking around, you know, what's going on. And there you go. We have Kuan Yin card fell out. Now, Kuan Yin is the Mother Buddha, and I love her. I don't know if you can see this. I have her standing right next to me there. She's so beautiful. She looks over me while I work. And this card says, enjoy the journey of life. Be not afraid of its mysteries. Take a chance and follow your heart. You are guided and protected by Kuan Yin, goddess of mercy, compassion, and transformation. If you've been wavering about proceeding with something that is dear to you, then this is your confirmation. Just do it. Now, this is really strange what's coming on here. When I lost my mother in a car accident, I don't know, some of you will know that, some of you don't, okay, you know, and I was an only child, and like I say, I had this crazy relationship with my mom. She was amazing, and she was frustrating, you know. It was as mothers are, you know. My daughter probably says the same about me. But the night she died, I just wrote, I just channeled, and I'd had a lot to drink, and the next morning I wrote it. I can't even remember, I read it, I can't even remember writing it. And there was a part in it that I'd wrote, with my mum's approval, I knew I could do anything. And that was always my case. I didn't worry about getting wrong off teachers, or, do you know what I mean, the policemen, whatever. If my mum said to me it was okay, then it was okay, you know, and that's it. It didn't matter what it was, as long as she said that. And I feel with this, that came in there, because, you know, as I've said, there's a lot of family stuff going on with this, you know, lot of family. But what I'm seeing here is Kuan Yin. The first thing I said was the Mother Buddha. So it's almost like you're getting this go ahead, you're getting this approval, you know, and you're getting this like, right, okay, yeah, you can, from the Spirit Mother, you know, from Gaia, from Mother Nature, from Kuan Yin, you know, that is what it is, because this is about mercy, compassion, and transformation. So, like I say, I hope that makes sense to you. A very, very heavy one. That's it. I'm done now. You know, they work me a penneth, but I really hope that made sense. Yeah, there's nothing I can say about that other than, you know, it's deep, it's heavy, but it's time to let that heaviness go. You know, it's too much to carry, you know, and the past, do not let the past determine your future. You know, don't give that as a as a Christmas present to yourself. You know, that's it. It's do not let your past determine your future. Okay, so have an absolutely fabulous day. Look at that. I've just put the cards together, and I always read the bottom card, and there you go. You've got the 10 of Cups. There's happiness coming, you know, happiness, abundance, everything that you want. It's there, you know, but like I say, you've got to let the old beliefs go. But have an absolutely fantastic Christmas. You know, have the new year is going to be very, very different, I feel, you know. So, Sat Nam.